Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing today? I hope everything is all going well in these last few weeks of your homeschool. Here we have probably, today's the 12th, 4 weeks, y'all. 3 to 4 weeks. Usually we don't make it to that last week. So I'm saying 3 to 4 weeks until we are DONE for the semester. So today I wanted to talk about Heritage Studies 3 from BJU Press. But before I get into that, I just want to preface about some things that was really put on my heart to kind of speak on before we get into that video. And I'll make it really quick. But okay, as you guys may know, the new school year is coming up. And you know what I'm doing? I'm already making notes, well, excuse me, not notes, but I'm making lists, planning out everything that I need before I go and purchase it. And that even goes for resources. Y'all know that, we get these emails from all these digital resources that we have subscribed to their list. And so they're sending us things and it's so quick and easy to click buy. But I just challenge you to go through what's on your computer and your resources already. If you're able to start just printing stuff out you want to use for next year and like use a filing system, I say go ahead and do that. That's a whole lot better than purchasing things that you really don't need. Also, like I know there's some stuff that I want to do next school year. Like I need to invest in some more zipper binders for my kids. So that's three times 25, that's $75 off the top, y'all. So I think that I'm gonna start getting myself in the mindset of, okay, this week I'm gonna buy one binder, one set of dividers for this one kid. Maybe next month for the second kid. And the next month for the third kid. Slowly pacing myself for the things that I feel like I need. I'm also going through the homeschool room, looking at supplies that we need. Are we good on this? Are we good on that? Do we need this? Do we need that? Just making a list before I buy anything. Because July, August is when all your back to school haul videos are going to come out. And you don't want to run out and buy that stuff when you haven't even gone through the stuff that you already have. And a lot of times we have so much stuff. It's kind of like, let me just get this. If we have it, fine, we'll have extras. But I'm a real big advocate of not neglecting where you are because you're thinking so far ahead in the future. But especially if you have multiple kids, you kind of do need to pace things out. Like we have a lot going on between now and the next few months. We have our AIM conference for my church. That's in June, whereas, our registration's already been taken care of by the church. There's a possibility I may have to pay for my kids' activities and that I may not. It's looking like we may not have to pay for the kids' activities. We had such an outpouring of generosity that it looks like the kids, like they're supposed to go to Chuck E. Cheese one night. That's going to be paid for. The trampoline park, paid for. So even though I don't have to deal with that, I still have to make sure my kids, we're looking nice. It's not a must, let me tell you, but it's something that I feel, especially me. It's like every day you got your daytime things and workshops and you got your nighttime where it's pretty much church. Yeah, I may want to get my boys a couple new pair of slacks and my daughter a dress and myself a couple skirts and a dress, So I got to save up for that. Not to mention, we're not going on vacation this year because my husband is not here and I just don't want to go on vacation without him. But, we are going to go like to a theme park or water park or something like that. So, putting back money for that. Still got to eat every day. I'm getting my hair done soon. That's money. So, just being mindful of what's to come. That way you have more time to plan. And it also helps keep you accountable for the little stuff that you probably don't need. You know what I mean? Save that money if you know you can live without it. But there are some things, like Kelsey's really into sewing now. Let me get her a few things for that. Not to mention there's so many movies coming out this summer. Got to plan for that. So just be mindful of your spending. That's all. Don't go out thinking that a lot of these, when you start watching these haul videos, that these mamas went out that day and just bought a whole bunch of stuff. No, we usually pace it out. Especially if you have multiple kids. We usually pace our purchases out and then bring them all together. But anyway, it's almost been 5 minutes of me yapping, so I'm going to get into this. If you're looking for a history curriculum, look no more. Heritage Studies 3 from BJU Press. Love, love, love it. So there are 10 chapters. Okay, it's divided into chapters, not lessons. Well, no, there are lessons, but not in the student book. Now in your teacher book, it is divided up into lessons. And let's talk about what we're doing right now. Like, we're on lesson, my son just completed lesson 42. So this is what it's gonna look like in my book. There's like some Q&A, and this is his view of the book, and this is my view. So if I'm like, I see this little pink tab, this shows me where we are, so I just open it up and flip to it. So in my book, it's page 134, but I know this is his page. So it's like a view of what he's looking at. So typically the way we do history is I usually write on our board. I'll put, if he has any vocabulary, what he's gonna be reading, you know, things like that. That way he knows what to do and when to do it. So yeah, I'll put lesson 42, vocabulary, if there is some, because there's some chapters there is no vocabulary. I'll tell him what pages to read. It's all on the board. What he's doing in his activity manual. This is the activity manual that comes with it. Now listen, it did not look like this. His activity manual looked just like this, but the binding was different and it's a little bit smaller. Well, maybe not, but it looked exactly like this glue on the binding. Anyway, goodness. So yeah, the whole thing, hopefully he knows where his stuff is at. But this is like a chapter review for that particular thing in his activity manual. But it's normal stuff, like this is what a typical activity lesson is gonna look like. So what I usually do is he'll read the lesson, and then I'll assign him what to do in the activity manual. If he has vocabulary, I'll write that down. Sometimes it's a lot of vocabulary and I just ask him to read it. Other times it's like 3 or 4 definitions. I'm like, can you just write that? And he has his little notebook and he'll write the vocabulary down in there. So we do history all week, guys, all week. So on the first day, he'll get familiar with the vocabulary or the key terms that they want you to know. He'll do that the first day. Now the second day, since he has a little bit of knowledge of what's going to be, he will actually read the sections. Like this one he just read was page 128 through 131. It's not a lot. And then on top of that, sometimes it's like mostly pictures, you know, so they can definitely do that. That's day 2 of it. And then day 3, he'll do whatever was assigned to him in his activity book. Day 4, we do a question and answer. And then like today, we're pretty much caught up on everything, but he has a test coming up for history, which he'll probably take either Monday or Tuesday. Monday is like our tie-up day, so we don't typically have a full day of school, but we will do things that we're kind of falling behind in on that day. So he'll probably, you know, there's nothing for him to take his test on Monday. So today he's gonna go, yesterday we went over all the vocabulary for chapter 5. Today he's going to do his chapter review, which is in his activity manual. I'll go over that with him, and whatever mistakes he has, he can correct that. And then he'll be ready for his test. I bought the set. The set comes with the answer keys, the test, and supplemental resources that's located on a disc. And it's just a drive for the points home. Just some extra practices. They have like little fun stuff, like he was just talking about whales, things that you can make from whales, and you know, and that's what he did for his extra activity, just to further, you know, expand on what they've learned. Also, there's this background information that's not found in the student book, but read that to your kids. Like usually I read this to him during like the question and answering session, just to make sure he understood what he read. And you know what, guys, he really is into this. It's really fun for him, and he's had a wonderful time recalling this information, because sometimes it's like, you know, you want to know, are you really reading this stuff? Because he will read it to himself. And testing his knowledge and kind of like asking him questions about it. He loves the Q&A. He doesn't see it as, oh, mama just wants to see if I read it. No, he actually enjoys it. Some stuff he understands, some stuff I need to kind of help him understand a little bit more about, you know? And you can be as creative as you want with it. Like, we're in Virginia, so there are a lot of war reenactment places. So we're definitely going to start checking some of those places out. And he's really excited about that. So it's just so much that you can do with this. So if you're looking for a history curriculum, look no more. Like, seriously, I recommend Heritage Studies 3. Jerry and Kelsey are going to be doing this next year as well. I give it 5 stars, and I mean, everything you need. There's also little other books that you can read along with it. Like, where is this? Captive Treasure. I got this along with it. You know, they have suggested books that you can read, you know, talking about the Native Americans. There are other books. I think this was the only one that we got. Yeah, but I think next year we're probably going to get some more books because we love to read and we like expanding our views on things. You know, you can also, like, some stuff I did have to, like, watch a YouTube video on, just so the kids could, like, further understand, especially when we're talking about the Constitution, bills becoming laws. Like, after going through every step of Heritage Studies and then furthering it more, like, I decided for Elijah to watch a video on how a bill becomes a law. He was already answering those questions before the video could explain it. So I was really, really pleased about that. So yeah, BJU Press is good to go. I love it. And comment down below. Let me know what you've used for history, or give me some suggestions, no matter how small or how big, about how you use Heritage Studies, and maybe it's something I can implement in my classroom. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.